about to provide preliminary details about an officer-involved shooting that occurred in our city last night. Just after 9:30 p.m., the San Marcos Police Department Dispatch Center received a call from a concerned citizen who reported seeing a man shoot a handgun at a vehicle in the 100 block of South LBJ Drive. Dispatch received a description of the man and the vehicle involved and shared that immediately with responding officers. Almost immediately, a responding officer learned from a bystander that the suspect who was observed firing the weapon got into the fleeing vehicle. Within a few minutes, other officers located a vehicle matching the description of the vehicle in this incident, traveling west on West Hopkins Street. Officers conducted a high-risk stop on that vehicle at the intersection of West Hopkins and Bishop Streets. Almost immediately upon the vehicle coming to a stop, the front right passenger exited the vehicle and faced the two officers. The officers observed that the passenger matched the clothing description provided by the original caller. The officers began issuing verbal commands for the subject to keep his hands up. The man initially complied but quickly lowered his hands as the officers continued giving him very loud commands to the contrary. As the man's hands neared his waistband, he reached for his waistband, grasped a pistol, and began to pull upward on it. Both officers simultaneously fired multiple times at the subject, and he was struck by the officer's gunfire. Shortly thereafter, the pistol was determined to be a pellet pistol manufactured to look identical to a semi-automatic handgun. You absolutely could not tell the difference if you were standing 2 feet away from it. The man was pronounced deceased at the scene by Justice of the Peace Joanne Prado. The driver of the vehicle was not injured and is cooperating with our investigation. The deceased has been identified as 27-year-old John Camacho of Canyon Lake, Texas. Mr. Camacho had an extensive criminal record, including weapons offenses and crimes of violence, and was currently on parole. As I mentioned before, the investigation into this incident will be exhaustive, and we will release pertinent updates at a later time.